the Delta male. So the Delta male wants people to know him and like him, but he doesn't have the capacity to draw attention on his own. So he's kind of the one that wants to, have he has these lofty dreams. He wants to be something big, but he doesn't know how he's going to do that. So he's really struggling on who he wants to be as a man, maybe finding his identity.
Right. Yeah. Delta men often at times look for others to help them.
Okay.
So I know, Delta males as well. So I think I know more so a lot of a couple beta males and Delta males. And yeah, they look for others to try to help them to get along in life because they themselves can't figure life out in order to, because their dreams often at times are so lofty, like you said.
Yeah,
So
they
they
don't know how to break it down into
right,
like the logical steps
the
or the next
realistic
logical
steps.
step. Yeah, instead you're so wrapped up in the big picture that you forget even how to get to that, the full picture.
Right.
Yeah.
I like this part where it says whether he went through a bad breakup or has developed trust issues in the past, a Delta male will be slow to trust new people
Mm,
as he is often very reserved. There is a
okay.
sense of not caring and that he does not have many thoughts of how to act as his own person. So there go.
Wow.
They like to, rely on the thoughts of others. He is resentful, rarely he is resentful, rarely looking inward to resolve issues as he looks to others to blame for his problems.
Yeah, and that would make sense on why he can't find his own identity.
Right.
Because in order to find your identity, you really have
Have
to
to
look
look
within. Yeah, because it's who you are. So you really have to find out the characteristics that you like about yourself, the things you probably need to work on. And so then that you can recognize where, okay, your growth could be at and how
Right.
to, you know, actually plan for that. But again, this Delta male seems to be one that's not really um, up to taking on that mental faculty of going in and self-reflecting. So
Mm-hmm.
that's unfortunate because that could really result in like you getting into a relationship and then you actually not haven't healed yourself, like it said about the past relationship. You haven't healed yourself, so you bring in those unhealthy behaviors and you could push your person away, and you probably even had found that person if you actually knew how to communicate in a healthy way, but your traumas kept it from materializing more than creating another traumatic experience. So
Right. I do want to read this. A
okay.
Delta male will be resentful to a person he used to
Okay.
date or was friends with in an unhealthy manner, instead of remaining unhappy and unproductive in his own life. Oh, I'm sorry. Instead of moving on with life and growing as a person, the Delta male will use this person as an excuse to remain unhappy and unproductive in his own life. So there's also cases of narcissistic mothers. So they may look to people who raised them and use them as an excuse, or their environment as an excuse to why they cannot get up in life or achieve their goals in life.
Yeah, take the victim role.
The victim role.
Yeah.
Yep. He is self-sabotaging. Again,
Mm.
the Delta male is a self-sabotager.
Mm.
The Delta male is likely to act manipulative or lie to get what he wants. In doing this with the few people that want to hang out with him, the Delta
Mm.
males makes it very easy for people not to trust or want to be around him.
Yeah.
The Delta male is very likely to be a lonely person. While he may have once been the life of the party with many friends, the Delta male has turned into something bad. So it's like an alpha male who has fallen from his grace, pretty much.
Yeah, all
Um,
because he didn't go in and self-reflect in a way.
right.
So women, you gotta really pay attention to that too. If you get in a relationship with somebody like that, and pay attention to if he's manipulating you, if he's maybe blaming you for what's going on, definitely is a red flag if a person doesn't take accountability or say like, maybe this is something that I should consider at least. giving you the opportunity to express yourself and allowing them, the ways to express themselves in a healthy way. Kind of like when you were saying about having a narcissistic mother, going back to single motherhood. I know we talk a lot about this in statistics, but fact of the matter is 48% of us are 48% of our American population has grown up in a single family household, the other half with two parents, maybe they're not even married. But the point is that just growing up in a single family household, we came from one. You're missing an important element that can sometimes create traumatic experiences for you, whether it's recognizing, I don't have that, I'm not like, other families out here or whatever the case may be. Nothing wrong with it. We all have the capacity to grow from that place. I'm just saying that starting point is where you take on a lot of those those traits that may be unhealthy because of growing from that environment. And that's again where it really goes back to going and doing the work, the self work, so that you can grow, mentally be prepared for a relationship and what it means to take on somebody's else's reality too,
Right.
because that really matters.
Now, speaking on that, as far as like childhood and growth and parenting and those statistics, being that 88% of those 46 or 48% of the single families, single of the children who are raised in single parent household, 88% of them are raised by women.
Mhm.
Now, like we said, like I said yesterday, that a woman can only teach a boy how to be a boy, and it takes a man to teach a boy how to be a man.